Dr. Archer Crosley, and welcome to Real World Pediatrics. So, today I want to talk about tolerance and vengeance. Well, if you want to succeed in life, you're going to have to take a lot of crap, and you're going to have to let some things go. Now, this is going to be good advice for you and your children. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a doormat, but you do have to learn to have some tolerance. Every leader, including a parent, needs to learn how to take a little guff every now and then. You can't respond to everything. Now, in the 1700s and the 1800s, and even before that, when a person was insulted and their integrity was questioned, people would often resort to duels. It was a way of settling one's honor. Now, the problem with duels is that nobody wins. Either you're going to be shot and killed, or you're going to kill someone else and then have a problem with the authorities. Trust me, it's not worth your time. Now, this was the problem that Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr found themselves in. They chose not to be flexible in their positions. Aaron Burr had challenged Alexander Hamilton to a duel because he had gotten word that Hamilton had insulted him. And it's true, Hamilton probably did. But Hamilton couldn't bring himself to even say, well, maybe my words were misinterpreted. Now, Hamilton didn't like Aaron Burr, even though they had collaborated over the years, and the feeling was mutual. Hamilton had actively opposed Aaron Burr in becoming president of the United States and then governor of New York. He thought Aaron Burr was an immoral man. But Hamilton was no saint either, and Aaron Burr knew it. So after Aaron Burr was defeated in the race for governor of New York, Hamilton, he probably rubbed a little salt in the wounds, which is never a good idea. And that's another one of life's lessons. If you defeat someone, try to be gracious. Don't lord it over people. So the die was cast for a duel. And to make a long story short, Alexander Hamilton was killed. Now, I'm not going to get into the right or the wrong of it, except to say that if only one of them had given in just a little, the dispute would have been settled. And this is why the Chinese say, when you seek revenge, dig two graves. Hamilton was dead, and Burr was viewed as a murderer of a man who many felt, and still do feel, was a great man. Okay, now maybe you have been offended and want to get some payback. That's only natural. And it may be that you have every right to kick someone's butt. All I'm saying is don't do it. Even today, and I'm pretty old now, I sometimes feel the need to go back to a high school reunion and settle some old scores. Now, I would do it, but I can't think of any way where I can do it and win. And that's why it's always best to leave vengeance to the Lord. Trust me, the Lord can think of a million different ways to even the score better than you can. And that's why me, personally, I'm going to turn my problems over to the Lord. And that's what I recommend that you do. Now, there's some scientific evidence for going down this path. Now, here are the results of a little search that I did on Google AI. While leaving vengeance to the Lord is a religious concept, scientific research on the psychology of revenge and forgiveness provides compelling evidence for the mental and physical health benefits of letting go of the need for personal retribution. Studies show that actively pursuing revenge can be harmful, while embracing forgiveness is linked to improved well-being. Here are the highlights. Scientific findings on the harm of revenge. Revenge is often unsatisfying. Instead of feeling better, people often feel more distressed, anxious, and regretful, and relive the pain of the original offense. It can become an addiction. It creates a cycle of conflict. Vengeance often leads to a cycle of retaliation where one act of revenge prompts a counterattack, escalating conflict instead of resolving it. That's the story of the Hatfields and McCoys. It increases stress and damages health. Scientific findings on the benefits of forgiveness. Forgiveness is defined not as condoning a wrong, but as an active process of letting go of negative feelings toward the person who caused harm. Improved mental health. Choosing forgiveness is linked to lower levels of depression, anxiety, and stress. Reduced physical stress. Forgiveness lowers the risk of stress-related physical symptoms such as heart problems, high blood pressure, fatigue, and pain. Restored sense of control. A study found that people who forgave a transgressor were more likely to feel their humanity was restored than those who sought revenge. Strengthened relationships. By letting go of grudges, people often open themselves up to healthier, more positive relationships. In summary, the scientific evidence on the negative effects of revenge and the positive aspects of forgiveness strongly supports the idea of letting go of personal retribution. While the phrase leaving vengeance to the Lord has a religious meaning, its underlying principle of choosing not to seek personal vengeance is supported by extensive psychological and physiological research. So keep that in mind the next time you're seeking revenge. Thank you very much.